Hello everybody and welcome to the live stream. We're back here on some more Mechanic Car Simulator 2021. I see we've got 3 people in the stream already. Welcome. Please make yourselves at home. Where were we? Chaos Autos, yeah. I've done a bit of grinding off screen for you peeps. Audio visual check please. You can see me and you can hear everything. I can see it's running on my phone, but I don't know about sound because I've got it turned down because I don't want it on a feedback loop, if you know what I mean. Right, okay, so we're starting off. I've got quite a busy workshop actually. I've got this little Golf here, it's not mine, it's customers, and outside I've got this little, I think it's a Citroen van. It looks more like a Citroen van to me. And looks like a old Ford Sierra. Very old Ford Sierra, not well looked after. I'll tell you some interesting fun fact in a bit once we know we've got people in listening, talking about the Citroen logo and what it actually means. But anyway, let's actually find out what this poor old Golf needs. It needs outer tire rods, rear shock absorber, inner tire rod, sway bar, end link, part not discovered. Good. Part not discovered. The car is loud. Now I've discovered you can actually do a lot of cheating from doing this. I think I've done most of the cheating already on here. So let us see if we can take this over to the, move it over to, actually I'll show you before I go around. I've done a bit of grinding off screen just to take some of the grind out. I've raised a bit of money. This is a story mission, this isn't mine again, but I'm waiting until I get to a point where on level 15, which I can unlock this ability to fix like the we need six points to fix the body panel parts. At the moment we can't, so anything that this comes up with, it looks like most of this is going to be, I'm going to have to buy it anyway, but I want to try and unlock that, and I want to make sure I've got a fair, although we've got a fair amount of money in the kitty already, I want to make sure I've got a bit of that before I buy. And I've already done one car off screen. I flipped the car, but I didn't really restore it. I kind of like got it to a point where it was in better condition and just made a bit of a profit on it. But anyway, let's move this over to test path. Maybe that will highlight some more problems, maybe not. I've unlocked that as well, and it gives you guys and girls to have a look at it if you haven't seen it already. Oh, it would help. Hang on, let's start it up. If it starts, it does start. It's probably going to go. Yeah, as soon as I get out of the car, it's going to cut off again. Yes, I do. But I hope you guys and girls are enjoying your bank holiday weekend. For you people that are having a bank holiday weekend, I know some of the people in the States that do watch this will be thinking, well, we don't have a bank holiday. Over here we have, I think it's like sort of like end of summer bank holiday. I forget what actually bank holiday it is, but it's a bank holiday. Most of the young'uns and little uns go back to school, so like Tuesday, Wednesday next week. We'll finish the summer holidays. Some of them do, some of them don't go back until next week, the week after. And I suspect a few of them have already gone back. Some of the young, I remember, was it year when I first year of secondary school, I think you little uns went back a week before. Okay, I think that's more or less highlighted all the stuff we already highlighted, but never mind. Let's move you back to the lifter. Down to one person watching. Hello, whoever that is, one person is watching, could be me. hate it when it does that. So fix suspension and rattles. Okay, out of I suspect it might be something to do with the struts on the front, although it should have really picked that up by rights. Have a look ski. Yeah, it has picked it up, so it should. Okay. Don't know what that test's missing then. Unless I take it for a test drive, that might be something we can do, or I can just see if I can. What's the actual order calling for? Right, suspension. Right, okay, so we've checked all this. There's no real issues on the struts here. The next point of call would be on the other set of struts. This wouldn't really be suspension aspect, but it's thrown it up in the past. That'd be more of a steering issue. That looks fairly clean, although it's not giving me a definite answer to that. Also, right, maybe a test drive is in order then. Let's go and take it out and test drive. That might highlight something, just make our lives a little bit easier. To remove the window, because I know you like I'm not doing this, and in real life you can actually get in one of these. You shouldn't really get on the car when it's on the ramp, but you can do it. Health and safety say you can't, but you can do it. I've done it. Back in the days when mechanic, if you're helping another mechanic out or whatever, you get in the car and they want you to do brake bleed. They'd be shouting at you, push the pedal down, hold, lift, pump, all that good stuff. And then asking you for pedal stiffness and stuff like that. It seems good. Aim tonight, as I say, get to level 15. Once you've got to level 15, you've got some more. Got the ability to repair busted or whatever body parts, whatever level I need to get to that level. I can then repair said broken parts. We're going over to the scrapyard, see if I can save another car from the scrapyard. Hopefully a Golf. I've got some mods on the go. I've got the DeLorean mod. I was going to get the M3, but I haven't got around to getting that yet. I haven't had a look on the... has that highlighted anything more for us? No, it still has not. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to discover that part. Right, okay. I'll have to put my detective hat on. I'm not a big fan of his paint scheme, by the way. At least it's clean, not rusted. I'm none of this, because it's all been highlighted, and this has been highlighted. And it's not none of that, because that would be rusty 9 times out of 10. Let's try the other side then. No, let's get out of here. Let's go over here and see what's going on. Oh, I think I spot it. Do you see what I see? I've just spotted it out of the corner of my eye. Right there. Technically, that's nothing to do with suspension. That is more of a steering issue. Come on, give me the wheel. But we'll roll with it. I'm sure they probably got some mechanics that are from Europe to give them some sort of advice on this game, rather than just blankly did no research whatsoever. yes, I can understand that they're going. It's kind of all related, but I wouldn't say that steering is really a suspension issue. It's more of a steering issue, if you know what I mean. So let's have a look over here. It was referring to one of these end links. Which one was it referring to? This one? Not that one. Cool, I've found out what's wrong with the part of the exhaust as well. It's none of these. I can see that this is rusted. One of them was on the list. Have a quick look. I'm very forgetful. Forget me in advance. Outer tyre rod. Okay. Steering rack, yeah. Sway bar. End link A. Okay, so it's front end. Steering link, front end link we need to replace. Down this way. One of these is going to be shot. Which one? This one? No, that's good. Go creep. Is that one over there? By chance. Yeah, that's the one we need to remove. I don't think we can repair none of this, but I'll try it anyway. No. Okay, so let's call up the parts inventory. We need one of them. 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 And that is it. That's all we need. Right, okay. Let's buy said parts and then just throw them back on. No, we don't need that. Remove that. No, we don't need that. That's my last job. Rear muffler, we need that. Or silencers, we call them over here. We call them power steering racks over here as well. You can call them steering racks, but they're power steering racks. They're not a true rack and pinion rack, because there's two types. There's actually a couple types, but there's a rack and pinion, and then you've got power steering in its basic format. Yeah, I just bought that. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did. If not, I'll come back to the shop and add it. Out of tie rod, I'm sure I haven't bought one of them yet. Yeah, I've got the part mount one. Throw that on. And in theory, I can stick the wheel back on, but there's a thing called steering. You can actually move. Although I don't like doing that on power steering, you can actually wreck a perfectly good power steering rack if you start moving it around, forcing it manually. Very unlikely, but it's possible. In fact, that's what happened to my dad's car. It was a perfectly good power steering when it went into the quick fit, and then it was wrecked by the time they finished with it. And I suspect it's because they probably moved the wheels around too much, or just over exceeded the amount of movement. Or they purposely wrecked it, I don't know. So that's the front end done. Did we get a suspender from... don't think we did we? No, we didn't. So, did I actually even add that to the list? I probably did, but no, I didn't. Bye. Okay. Open list, so we can get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Let's clear that list up, make it nice and tidy. That goes back on. Like so. I think everything's done on this, so that's done, that's done. That's done, that's done. haven't put the exhaust mount on back on yet. I was just about to do that. That's where I want to be there. Like just like that. So I hope you guys and girls have said already having a good weekend. Enjoying the weekend, whatever you're up to. I'm not going to wash it this time because it looks fairly clean. The interior looks fairly clean, and I know it's part of my comeback. I don't see the point in washing a perfectly clean car. And I don't want to get an overly repetitive. Let's put that window back in first. Before they get, oh, you choked my window. Finish order, please. Dunker. Let's go and scrap these parts. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I was pretty tired and I had quite a, I'll be honest, I had a bit of a heavy night drinking the night before with my brother, and I was still feeling it the evening after, so I was like, yeah, it's pointless doing the stream. I just chilled out, watched a few films on Amazon. Oh, what did I watch? What did I watch? One of them is a really low budget film. Some of them I like to watch, so it just makes me laugh. Some of them are good, some of them are really bad. Right. Anyway, I know there's no one watching in the stream, but I'll go in for the people who are watching in the archives later on. What the Citroen label or the Citroen badge is all about. Now, Citroen badge, for you people that don't know, most people are going to think, who's not going to know, but there are some people out there that probably won't. Citroen badge, if you haven't seen one before, Google it, but best way I can explain it, it's like two arrowheads pointing up, or corporal rank in the military, two stripes, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Google it, it's probably the better option. But anyway, the reason they use that badge is Citroen invented something called the Helical Gearbox. Before the Helical Gearbox, it was known as a crash gearbox. So, in your mind, I know I don't want to blind you with science, but in your mind, imagine an actual gear with straight teeth rather than curved teeth, or sort of, yeah. So just imagine a gear. It's got straight teeth on it rather than kind of rounded or curved teeth. That's what crash gearboxes or dog gearboxes used to look like, and they used to make a distinctive noise. You ever heard a car that hasn't got a helical gearbox, an old crash gearbox? It has a distinctive whine to it, and they're quite jerky, and they're quite low powered because obviously they're lower engine cars, but you still get crash gearboxes in some of the trucks, especially in America. Mainly in America, they make crash gearboxes. Over here, we have what's known as helical or synchro mesh boxes, which is helical design, but it's just a slightly different design. Because they invented that, they adopted that invention as part of their badge to sort of be, look, we're proud that we invented this gearbox. You know, it's changed the motor trade as we know it. It's made gearboxes more powerful, less noisy, etc, etc, etc. I blankly looked at that. So sloppy car steering, so that's probably going to be a power steering problem. Fix suspension rattles, repair running gear faults, loud exhaust. Other tasks. Right, okay. Let's do what we can do first on the tester. Let's send it over to the path tester first. See what we can find on there, because that will give us some ideas. And whatever it doesn't throw up, I'll take on the test track. Brakes are pretty good. brakes are within tolerance. Okay, nothing majorly going on the front, but they are a bit. One side is a bit lower than the other, so it might be the left-hand side we need to look at. And the left-hand back. Cool. Right, okay, that may have given us a bit of an idea what's going on, so let's move that back over to the lifter. Part not discovered. I suspect this is probably to do a steering rack. Loud exhaust, I suspect is. Right, let's see what we can reveal doing this. I know it's cheating, but we get experience points for doing this, and it's all about those precious experience points, peeps. The closer I can edge it towards level 15, the better. I even do them a free compression test as well, even though it's not part of the job description. It gives us extra points. It's like, why did you do all these diagnostic tests? I didn't ask for them. But as we're not charging labour costs, I don't see how they complain. That's probably the reason why they didn't put labour costs into this game, because obviously if you were charging for your time, you could just stretch out a job and make a lot of money that way. Let's have a quick look at these. I still think this is a little bit cheaty, but yeah, look, that's where the cap, that would probably be revealed as well once I do my engine checks. But again, we're just piling on the points best we can. I want to go normal mode, please, thank you. Let's open the bonnet and let's get in there and start doing some more examinations with this. Handy bits of kit, very expensive, but handy. And obviously the guy, this mechanic doesn't look after his tester, or any of these, well, these tools look a bit, especially the tester looks a bit tired as well. Yep, that all checks out. Electronics test. People that are thinking about getting this game, playing this game, this is the best way to start cracking up a lot of XP points. Because look, see how it's just ticking up and up and up and up in the corner there? If you want to sort of grind up quicker, I find doing this on every single job, then you're just basically getting a load of XP, and you're finding out any extra problems that you may have, especially those ones that have got a big barrage of list of problems which you just, and you can't start it to take on a test path or test track. Let's get the tyre gauge meter out as well. Might as well. The music's not on. I'll go and turn the radio on. Just realised that we're quietly sitting here and the radio's not on. I think I turned it off the other day. Where's the radio gone? Who stole my radio? There. Let's start off a bit of that first. Right. I think the job asked me to drain stuff as well, so other tasks. Change brake fluids, replace with new, change coolant. So we'll do them first, get them done. Drain me. Well, that's that one done. No, no, no. I don't want a up close personal look of the rad. I want to do that. Thank you much. Right. No part on now. I want to take this lid off. But refill it with radiation. That's what it always looks like to me. And yes, I know there is an actual yellow antifreeze. There's yellow, there's red, there's blue, there's pink, there's purple. I think there's even an orange one as well. There's so many different colour antifreezes out there nowadays. In certain cars, I've overfilled that a tad, but only by a tad. Still within tolerance. Certain vehicles have certain call for certain different antifreeze mixes and types of antifreeze. To be fair, as long as the stuff you've got is a very good quality stuff, not cheap, most of the antifreezes, especially the better quality stuff, you can get stuff that's pre-mixed. If long as it's good stuff, again, yeah, go for it. If it's not good stuff, just don't touch it. Because it's probably mixed wrong. You're going to have too much antifreeze or not enough antifreeze. How's that? That's also not looking good. And then you've got non-mixed stuff you have to mix yourself up. Then you have to sort of like obviously mix it to the right levels. Typically mechanics do keep a book or have something on their computer that tells them the right correct manufacturer specifications for mixture for both oils, coolant mixtures, and all that good stuff. We used to call it the Bible. It must have been in a garage. It used to be the Bible because it's literally the font of all knowledge. Right. So, what do we actually need a rear muffler on this, or is that from the last job? No, that is from this job as well. Seems a bit rinse and repeat. So we need one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those, and one of those. I'm sure there was another part on here. It said something about a rear exhaust, a rear suspension. Yeah, this is a carbon copy of the last job. In a sense, this is a carbon copy of the last job, just a different vehicle. Seems a bit suspicious, but I'm not going to argue. So we need to add one of them to the list as well. Yeah, I've already got that already pre-selected. Rear muffler V8. Even though it's not a V8, it's a straight four, but don't I know some exhausts are actually universal. They should just call it a rear silencer, mid silencer. We need two of them. Or we call them front or back silencer boxes, and then obviously cats are just catalytic converters. And I bought that one, didn't I? Yeah, I remember buying that first. Right, let's put this bad boy back together again, shall we? Where do I need to go next? The brain's already gone, I think. Oh yeah. Come on, brain, work. Just done that a lot recently. Just quits on me. And just that's it. It's just like, I'm out there, mate. Bye. Well, that's back on. I think that's job done. Done. Rear suspension arm A, eh? A. Which side do you want? Offside or front near side? Looks like I'm going to be checking ball. I think it's this side. Well, that looks okay to me. So does that. That looks okay to me as well. Ah, here we go. This one. Right, yeah. I wonder if we can repair that on a bench. It's close. It might be repairable. Let's go and have a look. It's always worth a look. Nope. We're getting new again. Okay. No, I want to go back into that tablet. Thanky bitch. That one. Please. Thank you. Right, okay. I'm gonna scrap all the good bit, all the rubbish bits, and put the bad bit, the good bits in. I should not keep the bad bits out. Put the bad bits back in and claim we did it. Yeah, that's something the mechanic would do, or not even bother touching it. Just sit there. They said they'd done it, or they hadn't actually touched it. Remember looking at a car once where someone claimed they'd put a new gearbox in, and I looked at it and I said, this isn't a new gearbox, I'd say this is factory. And then I took a closer look, and then I removed the oil level plug, and put my finger in there to see, to my horror, there was a load of sawdust in it. It's an old trick, and I thought, you know, that old trick had died a long time ago, but no, it still lives on to these days. People claim they've replaced gearbox or repaired the gearbox, and all they've done is put a load of sawdust in it to quieten it down. That's dumb. And it's clean, so I'm not going to bother washing it. We've done the other tasks, so finish the order, please. Let's go and salvage these parts, shall we? It's a shame you can't work on the old Toyota, that's blatantly Toyota, but they've had to rebrand it. Forklift over here. The forks are a bit too short though. That'd be a useless forklift. Well, it wouldn't be a useless forklift, it just wouldn't be very practical to use on anything other than a half pallet. Oh, look at that, bang. Oh, missed it. Yeah. Close. Missed. Yeah. Big bonus. There we go. Go big or go home, as I always say. Right, I think that's it. We've still got the Ford Sierra, as I call it, or the Dagenham Dust Cart, as I also call it. Does this thing even start? I don't know why they've got over here. Well, I guess they would have had some American or European models. Well, it runs. This is a good sign. Let's take it out for test track. Just to see what we can see. Really? They put a turbocharger in this? It would make it quicker. If they've not adjusted any of the suspension, it's a bit mute really. That's the first mistake people make when they think about tuning cars. That's better. I'll move my microphone a bit closer to me because it was a bit further away. You might not been able to hear me. The first thing most kids make, and it's the first crucial mistake kids make, and if you're out there and you've just got yourself a car, you just passed your test, and you think this car's a bit slow, and I really want to improve it, do nothing. Don't even replace the radio in it. Leave it. Just be happy that you're driving it for a year, maybe 2. Then drive it. Then that helps your insurance premiums go down. No collisions, no mucking around with it. If you do, I've seen it so many times of kids. They start putting very expensive radios in the cars. They start messing around with the engine, have it remapped. They put the old air intake systems on, which on a newer car is, on an older car it's not bad thing. It would probably run like a bag of spanners if you didn't tune the carbs up or whatever, but on a newer car it's all injection and all computer controlled, unless you then have that remapped to cope for the whole fact that you now just completely messed up its original airflow sensor by removing the original air intakes out and then putting a load of air filters or air sponges or air intake things in there. I forget their names, air bells or whatever they call them. If you don't then retune the engine or remap the ECU, it's just you're gonna be throwing money away. And when you do, or if you do, have a crash, the first thing the mechanic's going to do, the guy that comes to do the surveillance on any car, or comes and ascertains the damage on an insurance claim, and this might be whether you've got it in your driveway still, or whether they've now impounded it and it's in their yard to ascertain. First thing they're going to do, before they look round and see any damage, they're going to look under the hood and go, right, yeah, okay, I see that part that's non-aftermarket on there. Write it on their sheet, and then your insurance company's going to go, yeah, we can't pay out for your insurance claim because you didn't tell us that you put that part in. What's wrong with this anyway? I'll need to... Part not discovered. Find or fix running gear problems. Out of tyre rods. Okay, seems a bit like a carbon copy of the last one, but never mind. And then, if they can't find anything under the bonnet, they're then going to look at the wheels, and then they're going to go, oh, yeah, they're not stock. They're aftermarket. And even if you bought the car that had them already pre-installed, this is where some other people fall into problems, because obviously these people sell these cars on, and then these other kids buy these cars that have now been ragged as well, so they're you know, they're not going to have a good resale value. If anyone's going to have half a brain and look at what's going on with the engine or whatever for buying them, or get them checked out by by a mechanic to do a pre-purchase inspection on them. But that aside, the insurance company guy or person or girl is just going to look at it and go, yep, that's not stock, that's aftermarket, that stereo's aftermarket. Ooh, that could be tired. Let's do a bit of a... cheaty. Okay. Grab some more points as well this way. Yeah, they just basically find any excuse, because that's basically what they do first. They go round, because that's what they're paid to do. The insurance companies like to worm out any claims that they can, and that's purely what they want to do first, before they do anything else. They may have got you your taxi home, or your, if you've got it on your insurance particulars, or if you're fully comp and your insurance company provides that, they might have given you a courtesy car or whatever, or got you home, or got a wrecker or a tow truck to bring the thing back, or bring you home and then take the car back to their closest impound yard. Basically, that all goes out the window pretty much once they've discovered that. Because then they're going to wallop you for a big charge, because you didn't tell them none of this, that you put a Kenwood stereo in your car, or didn't tell them that you changed out the the wheels over to alloy wheels or whatever non-specific parts. They can be really stupid, and I've seen claims where they've wormed out an accident claim because the person put 6x9 speakers and a subwoofer in the back, and because he didn't tell them, and the person broke in and they didn't steal the speakers are still there, because they broke in and stole the stereo that she also didn't tell him about, but because they broke in to steal the stereo he'd left in there, stupid enough, they didn't pay out. They said, well, we won't pay out because you didn't tell us about this subwoofer, all this extra stuff you'd done inside. Your insurance is now null and void. If you want to take out another insurance policy with us with the new parts added, then you can, but now it's going to go up by 4-fold. But they don't just stab you in the back that way. They still then put it on their record. So if you then decide to go to another insurance company, it says, oh, you've just made a claim recently about this or that, and it's like they absolutely wreck your day that way as well. They can be really nasty, these insurance companies. If you go to these modified ones, okay, you're paying a bit more, you're paying through the nose to be insured with them, but they're going to more or less cover you for those sort of aspects, as long as you're honest with them and tell them what bits you've done again, and not just go about and not tell them. But if you tell the company you're insured with that's what you've done, they're going to go, right, okay, yeah, your premium's going to go up a little bit, but thank you for letting us know. And then when you do go to claim, and they go, well, actually you didn't tell us, you can go, yes I did, I told you about that. And then they have to look at their notes and go, yes, you did tell us about that, okay, we will pay out. But anyway, back to the task at hand. Back to what I was saying a lot earlier before insurance companies sort of like got involved. Once you've driven it around for a little while and you haven't got sick of driving it yet, the first thing you want to do is start removing bits that you don't necessarily need. Now, that you guys and girls might be thinking, well, it sounds stupid. I'm always going to need that back seat. If you really want to go down that whole road of making your car better, you've got to make a decision. I can either buy another car to do all that to it, or if you want to just keep the one car, you've got to think, right, okay, what's my priorities here? Can I make this car quicker? By making it lighter, by stripping out the unnecessary things in it, like a back seat, or some of even some bits and pieces like carpet trim, odds and ends, and whatever plastic stuff, as long as you don't affect the overall running of the car. That's your first rear suspension arm, tie rod, wheel nut hub bearing. Okay, so we're looking for a hub bearing as well. Which side are we looking at? Is it this side? Come on, let me look at that. No, the bearing looks good. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to, first of all, lighten it. Then, that bearing's fine. So it must be the front or the rear one. Yeah, lighten it first. Then you need to then go, right, okay, I've stripped as much weight as I can out of this. What else should I do, Kev? You need to start thinking, right, actually now I need to, before I strap ludicrous things like turbos and intercoolers and retune it and whatever, you then think, right, first of all, I need to actually tune the suspension, or have the suspension stiffened. And you don't need to go massively race style with it, like lowering it and stiffening the springs. You just need to think about, it says wheel hub bearing. Let's have a quick look. There's it telling me. Let's highlight it and then I'll know which one it's going to be. Because I see them all being alright. Is it that one? It's that one according to the map. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to move this wheel. Yeah, and once you've sort of like at least got your suspension stiffened, then you want to start thinking about doing power upgrades. Because what happens is these kids pour all this money, and brakes, that's another thing that they don't do either. They make it go a lot quicker, but they don't make it stop any quicker, which is a big factor. So I'll do all that before even touching the engine. Because what, again, kids do, they put all this money into intercoolers, turbochargers, all that good stuff. And once they've done that, then the resellability of the car is greatly diminished unless you know someone else that actually likes all that sort of stuff. They didn't call for a tyre, did they? So I'm not going to fit one. This is a carbon copy of what happened last time. Talk about rinse and repeat. Sorry, peeps. Did we need that? Have I taken that off? I'll double check. I'm doubting myself now, and when I do... Yeah, that was the last job. I need to clear the list. No, I need to go that way. That's where I need to go. Down here. So that can go. That one we need. Don't think we need 2 of them. I'll double check that. That might be from the last job. Sway bar end link. I'm sure we do need one of them. Problem is, all the jobs are the same now, and it's like, was that from the last job or is this from this job? I'm sure it's all from this job. I'm walking backwards when I want to be walking forward. Have I removed it? Yes, I have. So it is part of the job. So how many do we need? We need one of them at least. 2 out. 2 of them, I guess. I think I bought one already. Could be wrong. One of them. I can always shove this in parts. Whatever. That can go back in. There's a problem when you've got so many jobs that is identical. Oh, I've got 3 of them now. Alright, okay. Fine. Looks like I did need 2 tire rods anyway. That's because I've got so engrossed with... I blame me. Buck stops for me. I'm a sketty brain, yes I know. Tires can go back on. I'm pretty sure it's not asking me for new tires and that, so... This looks a bit dirtier, so I will give it a wash. I don't think it's going to fix it, but I will give it a wash. I'll give it a full valet. Any I do. We'll that I think that's done. That's his Oh yeah, I forgot to put that in, didn't I? Numpty. No, you want to... Okay, it's because I've got so... okay, let's add that to the list then. And buy it, please. No, I don't want to add that. Fine, it's probably still in my parts box. There. That I want that to the list. That's not a cross member. There. Thank you, that's what I want. That. Now it's clear it's list, so I know I'm not going crazy. I've just done that. Did I get... I didn't. I don't think I did. Because these 3 jobs have been identical in every way. Even the parts have been the same. And it's like, Did they want that replaced? No, they did not. See, now I'm doubting myself because it's like so similar to the last job. Don't even know why I pulled that out then. They didn't want it out. Right, just double check we've done everything. That's done. That's done. That's done. Let's move it to the car wash. I'm going to move you to the car wash, please. Thank you. Wash the outside first. All nice and clean, even though it's not removed the rust. Pressure washers don't work in that way. They just remove dirt, not rust. Well, unless it's loose surface rust, but even then it won't. It removes some of the top of it, but you're still going to have it underneath. Let's complete the order for this one then. Finish order. Thank you very much. And that's actually very fortuitous, because now we are on level 15. So, once I've scrapped all these parts, I can go... Actually, let's not scrap these parts first of all. Let's go and unlock the ability to repair body parts, because that may then, if we can afford it. Yes, we can. And we've still got points for doing other bits as well, so we have 2 points remaining. Is there anything here I can get for 2 points? That cost 2 points. Eagle Eye. I don't see running speed as being a thing. That may help us, and that may help us. That will probably help us more, so I'm going to get that. So we can technically now repair stuff on the bench. So hang on, let me just dig out a load of stuff out of here. Obviously I can't repair none of this, so I'll scrap all this first. Just double check I can't repair none of this. No. I'll scrap all these bits first, and I'll dig all the bits that are in that warehouse out, and I'll repair them if I can, and then I'll put them back in the warehouse for later keeping, or sell them on, whatever is the best option at the time. So close. So close. Completely messed up that one. I know there's not a great deal of parts. I know you need thousands of scrap before you can even think about making a 3-star car. But I can make some of the bits 3-star. So let's take everything. I know that air filter, probably can't fix that, but I figured if I get a job that needs an air filter that's not so high standards. See the amount of parts I've been scavenging. This is all in barn finds and scrapyards. I don't know why I've got all these bearings in here. Some of this is already fixed as well, so... No parts, right, okay. Body parts? Yes. Oh no. Got to be careful, because you get it wrong, you wreck them. It makes it a bit more interesting. It does make it a bit... what's the term I'm looking for? Click and repeat, but too many mini games. click-based mini games, but the old car mechanic, it was just like you'd put it in there and it's just like fixed, not fixed, and it'd be like, why? That was like an 80% part you just broke. At least then the only one you can blame is yourself if you get it wrong. It's less likely to break an 80% part, because as you can see, as you go up, it gets easier and easier to fix. Oops. Problem is, every time you go, oh, do that, you have to try it again, and it's not. I'd rather just go for one I reach and easier. No, I broke that part. And that part. And that costs you money every time you get it wrong. Wreck that part. Too eager. And then it puts up, because you kind of dent it or whatever goes on in the game, it makes it harder for you to start off where you were. It doesn't sort of like give you the same grid again, it gives you a different grid, which then you have to negotiate yourself around. Drive, I've gone quiet. I am concentrating. So if I ever get another one of those herbs. Don't rack any more bits, Kev. Not in that, you can always turn them into scrap, but it's not a problem, not the point. So I fixed all the bits I can out of there. Let's scrap all the other bits I can't fix then. No, I don't want to make them. No, I don't want to scrap them either. Okay, let's put all the good bits that I've got in the garage there, or the warehouse. So that can go back in, that can go back in, that can go back in. I see I had parts all like this already. I've got to try and remember I've got parts like this already. That can stay with me, that can go back in. That can go back in, that can go back in, that can go back in, that can go back in. That can all go back in. I could sell a lot of this stuff, I know, but might as well keep it just in case we need it. I'll keep those bearings because you're always going to go through bearings. I'll sell that. I don't see why I would need to keep one wheel. Saying that, I'm probably going to need that now, but never mind. Keep that, keep that, keep that. Probably end up selling a lot of this. Keep that, keep that, keep that. Keep that, keep that. Keep that. Keep that, keep that, keep that. Keep that, that. I'll sell that. Again, don't get much money for them, but I don't see keeping them as a thing, because one probably won't have that as a thing. No, I want to scrap that. Cool. Well, how much was that? That was a lot of money. Sorry, peeps. This feels like a bit like Organizer Simulator. I apologise in advance. But I want to make sure I put this all back in my... Earth is that? No idea. I'll keep it anyway. 900 quid for that? Really? Okay. Seems excessive, but never mind. See, that's giving us a nice amount of money selling all these rims that I've got probably paid very little for because they're wrecked. No, I didn't want to do that. I'll just sell that, but I'll leave it in there now. Yeah, sorry guys, this is a bit like Organizer Simulator, but I want to try and keep a fairly clean workbench if I can, or clean. That can come back out with me. Or I can sell it from here. There we go. There's nothing else I need in there, so that's... Now I could technically go and buy a car now, but I know this is going to eat a lot of my money, so I want to get this done before I do anything like that. Let's scrap those parts first. Nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. Close. Again, you get something. There's no loss in scrapping. Just if you get it on a white one, you get lots of big time scrap. Get a big bonus. Yeah. Done. Right, okay. Now, I'll quickly just go into the job order so you guys can have a quick read of that. I'm going to quickly just go go and relieve myself. I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back me, and welcome back chat. I just spotted there's someone here, Blue Ice Gaming. Thank you for your comment earlier. I don't know if you're still in chat. Sorry, I've just seen that about reducing the weight, removing back seat. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, removing the back seat, even a strut brace. Okay, it's not going to give you great deal of suspension stiffening, but it will help. It won't make it'd make the suspension a bit stiffer than it was before. But anyway, thanks for your comment earlier. If you're still in chat, if you're not, I'm sorry and I apologise in advance. Okay, so as you can see, what the jobs list is. Let's actually see. I didn't actually look myself. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of parts to repair. I know this is going to eat a lot of my money. Right, I don't know. I'm going to wash this after, once we've done all the repairs. I know they should wash it first, but I always wash it last. Right, first things first. Well, can we get any sort of... anything from our data if we do this? A lot. I don't think this thing even starts. I'll be very surprised if it does. Yeah, I didn't think it would start. Does it actually have a battery? Well, I'll do the other tests I can do on it. I know I can't do a compression test. I can do tyres. Has that highlighted anything? A bit. Well, the battery is an easy one to fix. We can fix that. We can rip that bad boy out, and then we can go and stick it on the charger over here and give it a good charge. That'd take hours in real life, unless you, to do a proper charge on a proper battery, you need to trickle charge them. You don't want to put them on a boost charge and then because you severely damage the cells by doing that. I got a funny feeling we're going to be tearing this engine to bits, but because I suspect, right, replace all body parts, drain, refill, change oil, drain, refill, renew. So it means we'd be looking at engine bits anyway. Change coolant. Let's see if we do. You call it cheat cam. Let's see if cheat cam reveals a bit more stuff for us as well. As we can't start it and we can't take it on, can't do a compression test. What's not broken on this engine? Thing is, this is where I get a bit with this game, because okay, the rocker cover or cam covers, typically the only thing that really goes on one of them is if they get a puncture or the gaskets leak. But no, gaskets can be replaced, or if they get dented. If they start to get, they can get rusty, don't get me wrong, and if they're rusting on the inside, which is very unlikely, 9 times out of 10 it's just the outside that's rusting, then replace them. But even say 9 times out of 10 it's the outside that's rusting, so you could just if you've got to replace the gaskets, what I'd do is to take it off, and if the inside of it looks pretty clean, I would just then go, right, okay, it's a bit rusty. I'll get my wire brush out and I'll clean it. Or if I had a sandblaster, I'd just sandblast it, but I'll give it a good clean, sand it down, and then respray it, either black or whatever the stock colour was, or if I really fancied it, I'd give it a fancy colour, just to protect it. But that's all I'd do to it. Or if it needed replacing because it's dented, or again it's rusting to a point where the rust was coming through from the top to the back of the inside of the rocker cover, then I would probably want to replace it, only because you don't want that rust getting in your engine. But if the inside looks good, then I'd leave it well alone. There's no point messing around with it. See, all this looks fairly good. Let's see what I think most of this is right. Player body parts change. Front bumper hood. I think most of this rear window is body related. Battery, ignition coil, battery and engine related. So I'm going to start stripping the engine down, see what else I'm not going to strip it, I'm just going to strip the bottom of it off and see if I can see anything going on untowards there. Move you to there, please. Because it's asked for an oil change anyway, so I might as well drain it, and then I give them a good excuse to rip off that pan and have a look at the crankshaft bearings and the big end bearings. Let's have a look, see. Because I couldn't do a compression test, I've got an eyeball them, and they all look pretty good. Pistons don't look too bad. I don't see any major damage going on there. That might be a bit of a concern to one of them, but so I can stick that. I am not gonna. First of all, I'm gonna leave that off because I don't want to stick new oil in it if I don't need to. And I think it's asked me to drain all the other coolants out anyway. Remember, serves me rightly. Other task: change brake, change coolant, power steering, and it says refill that. So I'm gonna use my tool. I've got a funny feeling we're gonna be taking water pumps off, and as soon as you remove the water pump, you drain all the water goes all over the place. I'm sure it said something about change brake fluid as well. So. I wonder how much of this we get to repair. That's gone. This can go next. Why? Okay, because the fuel. That makes some sense. Not a great deal of sense, but some sense. You can actually still remove that, unless it was using a bracket set, but then the whole lot will just come out in one lump rather than two. But what do I know? What's the I'm just going to start ripping this off. Because we need to get that off anyway, so... Actually, do we need that spark plug? We need to replace. That one we don't. That one we don't. That one we do. That spark plug we need to replace. Can we cheat this and have a look under the Can we? We might be... no, because the coil's in the way. I just want to look at the spark plug. Oh, that's bad, so it's got to come out anyway. That's bad, so it's got to come off. The spark plug's also bad, so it's got to come out. That spark plug can stay. This is a twin cam, nice. Not more complicated, but nice. The 04, W04 for licensing purposing. So I'm going to need to rip this out anyway. So it's coming out. All this has got to come out. That's got to come out. Might be able to repair some of this, let's hope, cross the fingers, but I'm not going to hold my breath too much. I might as well rip this out as well. That's got to come out. I think that can stay. That can stay. No, it can't. It's got to go. That technically could stay on there. I don't see why you couldn't just pull this cover off without putting that pulley off at the same time. I don't see it as an integral bolt, but again, pull that, put that off, and then of course, yeah, this has a two-parter. It's a two-part story. Those cam gears look good. So there, that I can't see because I haven't pulled that off, so I've got to pull this off next. Hey Paul, how's it going, man? Or Pank, I should say. I saw Paul Pank. That cam looks good. So it's this cam that needs to come out. Yeah, my day's going good, by the way. How's your day going? Hope your weekend's going well. Oh, of course I've got to remove these, even though I know that, well, they wouldn't slide out really. I don't know why I'm removing this one, because this is fine. It's that one I need to remove. That's completely fine. Well, I think it's fine. It looks fine to me. I might just rip it out anyway, because I got a funny feeling it's going to bite me in the bum later on, so I might as well remove it now. I've already committed. I might as well keep going. Better remove it now and then not remove it and only realise I'm going to have to remove it again later on anyway, so. This one we need to really remove. Oh, come on. You let me remove those without removing the filter. So if I don't read your comments straight away, peeps, I do have the comments up and I can see them. It's just I've got to look either to my right or down my phone. It's not jumping out right in front of me. So it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just I haven't seen your comment yet. Oh, of course, the cam gear's coming up. Got to come out. Oh, come on, I'm missing. No, there should be nothing left. If you were telling me I've got to take a... That end one. Okay. I thought I'd remove that, but come on, there you go. Now you're going to go, aren't you? Yeah. I'll leave the head on, but let's see. Radiator fan? Really? I'm not liking this at all. That could mean pistons. That could mean block. That could mean anything. So anyone that's watching this in the archives later and comes into another live stream, because I'm planning to do more live streams in future, peeps. Probably maybe more of this, might be something else, whatever I feel like playing. If you comment, just give me time, I will see it. I might as well take this head off because I'm committed now, and I just got a funny feeling I'm going to immediately take this off anyway. Because I put this all back together, I only discover that the pistons need to come out. Might as well take the plugs out. Even though I know the head can actually be taken out with plugs in it. You don't need to take the plugs out. I suggest doing it, but you don't need to do it. Because I've taken a load of heads out. I've taken out heads with still the manifold still on. Obviously I've disconnected the manifold from the downpipe, but the manifold's still on it because it just saves work. You have to take a manifold off, then you've got more gaskets and more to replace and more work for yourself. The only time I've ever had to take a manifold off was because it was water cooled and it was the air intake manifold, but it's warmed. I'd say cooled, but it's warmed. It used to use the head water in the cylinder head to warm the manifold up. So then it, so then if you had like cold air coming in, I wonder if that needs replacing. Might as well scan it, as we've got the options to scan. Can we scan this? No, we can't. Can we scan this? Even though that's not been called for. Normal mode. Thing is, that block looks really good, and those pistons look good. So I'm not going to mess about them. I'm just not a big fan of this whole parts not being discovered. That's not what I'm not a big fan of, because normally 9 times out of 10 it means like something horrid, like a bearing. But they all look alright to me. Nose looks shiny and clean, so I don't know. That looks shiny and clean. I just don't want to put this all back together only to realise that can come out. Starter's okay. The alternator looks good. Again, that's a bit of an unknown variable, but it looks clean. Okay, it might not be balanced, but it looks clean. What can I see here? And that looks okay as well. Okay. Thing is, I really don't want to have to put this engine back together, only to strip it again. That looks good. So I'd rather just strip it and then just put it all back together again. I know it's going to be a waste of my time, but because I can't crank it, I don't want to put the whole engine back together just to realise I've got to take it all apart again. I'd rather just take it out and just check it and rip it all to bits. And it's not going to bite me in the bum. Extra work, I know, peeps. I'm sorry, I apologise. Come on, I just want to remove this. This is what I want to remove. That, yeah. That's the thing I was clicking on. Did you not know? You thought I was clicking on this, didn't you? Yeah. No, I was not clicking on that. Although this bit and the other bit can stay. But I'm just ripping it out now. I'm here. Committed. Just tear this whole engine to bits just to find out if there's anything else waiting to bite me in the bum. Again, you wouldn't want to do it this way either. You'd want to start one end to the other, label up your parts, so then rod caps or big end bearings and shell bearings, they can all be married up, because you can't just mix and match them. They all live together. They're married, so to speak, and you can't split them up. That's all to do with certain wear and what goes on with the crankshaft as well, and the way that they're machined. Because when they were machined in one piece, and obviously then they were cut. They're not machined in two pieces. So the con rod and the rod cap. Oh, of course, on the upper end of the engine. Actually live together and actually sit together, if you know what I mean. It's hard to explain if you're not getting what I mean, and I'm going a bit of a strange way about saying it, but I know what I mean. For those people watching in the archives later on, there's a bit of a extended long mechanical engineering lesson. I like to try and teach people how to do things. In a sense, this game, kind of does that to a point. I wouldn't want to rely on it. You know, I would sit there and go, once after playing this, I wouldn't want to go, right, okay, I can go and handle anything. Because that's not going to be the factor. What's going to happen is, you're going to be buying your car, and then you're going to open the bonnet, and you're going to go, this isn't what I expected at all. And then you're going to be going, what do I do next? And then you're going to be like, start tearing lumps out of it, and before you know it, you've torn the whole thing to bits, and you're like, okay, I've torn it to bits, now what? Now how do I put this back together again? And then you can't put it back together again, and then basically no mechanic is going to want to put it back together for you either, because they don't know where everything was. They don't know if the bearings are all in the right way, even though if you have gone to the effort of labelling them and put them in sequence and everything else, and saying, look, Mr. Mechanic or Mrs. Mechanic, I've looked them in sequence, here you go. They can't take your word for that, so they're going to go, yeah, I can't take your word for that, mate. I'm sure you mean well, and I'm sure it is right, but if you're wrong, and I go to put this engine back together, and then find out that you're wrong, well, after I've put the engine together and then fire it up and it chews itself to bits, then I've got to do all that work all over again, just tearing the whole engine out and then putting another engine in it. So that's why they wouldn't believe you. They would go, nope, can't believe you, I'd buy new parts, so I'd buy new, even though they've got those pistons and con rods, and they could probably look at them and go, well, that looks legit. Actually, they do look like they marry up. Again, it's always going to be that bit doubt in their mind, well, just because it looks married up, smells married up, doesn't necessarily mean it's actually the right part. So I wouldn't want to take that risk on a car that's engine's been stripped down to nothing. The second hand, because there could be bits missing as well that you don't know about until you start putting it together and go, oh yeah, this fundamental bit's missing, this fundamental bolt's missing, this fundamental nut's missing. they've stripped this nut, they've stripped this thread, trying to tear it out. Right, so that's now all stripped down. There can't be any doubt in my mind. That we have not. See, there's still parts not discovered. So I suspect that's got to be to do with something other than engine. It's got to be suspension or something else related. Because we've torn that engine out. Probably steering related. Right, let's try and repair all the bits we can. I think he's got bits that he wants repairing on here as well, if memory serves me right. Repair or replace body, front bumper, left door, left window, left fender, right door. So I might as well take both the doors. Don't think you got nothing wrong with the back end of it apart from that, but I can't repair that. I might as well just repair them if I can. I know I can't repair the lights. And he probably might want the windshield replacing, but we'll get to that bridge, burn that bridge when we get to it. Oh no. Try again, Kev. Yeah. Yay. Right, okay. At least we've repaired some of that. Saved some of the cost. Oh, hang on. Car parts we need to repair. Anything else we can repair in here? Only bits I want to repair. I'm not going to try and repair bits I don't have to. Then no. Okay. What's the... Oh, go back over the car, aren't I? I still don't like this whole parts missing, but that might be something to do with suspension. I might be overthinking it. Suspension or something else other than what we're worried about. Let's start putting things back together again. At least it's put my mind at rest that we haven't got like bearings hiding. And it's going to go, you forgot to put the bearings in. What's the pass rate for this? 71%. Bit too close to comfort. I think I'll rip that out again. And just repair it just to be on the safe side. Yeah, I'll repair these bits because... Just because... I don't want this biting me in the bum. And because I've got that facility to repair, I might as well repair. Okay, it's going to probably cost me a bit more, but I'd rather it cost me a bit of money and a bit of my time. So again, I'm doing the gearbox, I probably don't necessarily have to do this. See, that was 70%. Now, technically, that would have been a foul because there's less than the So I'd probably put that all together and they went, oh yeah, crankshaft bearings need replacing. So I might as well fix it while I can. I don't think I'm going to bother the clips. That seems a bit overkill. That I'm definitely going to repair. The rest of that is not important. I don't think it's important. The game might think it's important, but it's easy to pull out. Right. Stick that in. Stick what we can back on the top here. And since I'm giving them a new reconditioned engine, that was close, but that again we can pull that back out. But, well, not fairly easy, but easier than having to rip a whole engine to bits to just get to some silly pistons. Oh, looks like I might need to buy a new one of them. New water pump. Did that? Oh, I put it the wrong way. Excuse me. Right, I put that the wrong way. That needs to go. Sally, go up. Sally, go up. Bring Sally up. Bring Sally down. As I'm under here, I might as well put these bearings back in. Again, you don't want to do it in this order. I'm just doing it at speed. What you want to do in real life, you'd put these all in. You wouldn't tighten them in. You'd just put them in by hand or nap them on. With literally just the smallest amount of effort you can think of on your ratchet, just to hold them in place. Then you get your torque wrench out, then torque them to the sequence that you're supposed to torque them to. Did I? No. I did. I want to go back to normal mode, thank you. Let's put the pistons back in. Again, in no particular order, but they're all at 72%. But the game hasn't demanded me to replace them, so I'm not going to. If it does now after I do all this, I'm going to go mad. And I'm going to tell the guy to go and do one, because it didn't highlight them straight away when I wanted them highlighted once I'd pulled them out of the engine. Okay, nope. There's no reason to pull them pistons out. Just because you want them at 100%. I don't care. Again, you don't do it this way either. You want to see it properly done, it would be this way, and then no, not that one. You might do one over here, and then you do one over here, and then you do one over here, and then you do one here, and then here, and then here, and then here, or something similar to that. It's what they call a snake or spiral. So you start off like a centre nut, and then you'd work your way round, and then round, and then slowly out to the head, end of the head. That one is repaired. The other one was tired. We need to add that to the tired parts list. In fact, let's start doing that now. That. 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 And 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 one of those. And one of those. See why I didn't buy my car yet? I'm sure I added a water pump. Yeah, I'm 99% sure I did. If I'd bought my car, I'd have spent half my budget, and I'd probably only be on what, 15 odd grand or whatever. Right, we need to do some shopping, don't we? There comes the shopping list. License plate standard. No, I don't want that yet. I want oil filter. I want all the engine bits first. I don't want cosmetic body parts. I want engine bits. How many spark plugs did we need? 4? Yeah, okay, 4. Okay, that's because it's electrical. We'll come back for them then. Main intake. It's a shame we couldn't repair that because it's an expensive part. It is an expensive part. No, it's not on here. That's not on here. Belt will be. Radiator fan will be. For ignition calls, again I need to visit electrical shop. Throttle body, yeah, that exists in here. No, I want to buy that, go back. Tail light, again that's something else. Camshaft, sorry, yeah, grab one of them. Power steering pump, yep. Engine head cover, yep. Right, start putting. I've probably overspent on this, but these ones can be a bit of a mission. And then the last couple I've done, you put it all back together thinking you've done everything good and everything's all right, and then it just highlights something else, and it's like, hang on, that didn't look too bad to me, but because you think it's like 1% under what you want. You want me to now tear out the whole engine to bits just to replace it. See, that's a borderline one, but it's easy enough to get to if it is wrong. Hey, fine. Manifolds Did I repair these or not? I did. Now, I could be cheeky and blame and say I would put all new parts on. But I'd be an honest mechanic and say, actually, no, these are reconditioned parts. I spent the time reconditioning them. So you just have to pay for my time. Rather pay for the batteries on the charge bay, which I'll leave that till last. I want it mounted. Not in that way. Or you'll say in the comments down below. Different kind of mounting. The mountain you climb. Yes. I want to climb that mountain. I want to see that view. I want to slide down that mountain. We can put the covers back on, can't we? Oh, we can't. We need to put these back in. Again, they're 70%. I'm really not happy about this, but again, it won't take me long to get a cover off. It'll just take me a long time to get these all out, and I'll be like, no, this is not what I wanted. No! Okay. Whatever. I'll just stick them in. 72. No, I didn't, did I? No, it matters. I'll leave. They're 72%, aren't they? I might do them on 1 and. Well, cylinder 1 and 2 on the ignition cycle. Now, when I say 1 and 2, it start from there. That'd be 1, 2, then whatever. I'll just leave. I'll leave them there. They're in now. You know, you've listened to this music too much. You need to change radio station. Sounds very 80s. Let me know if you think it's a bit too much. That other song's nice, don't get me wrong. I like that song, but when you've heard it like several times already, comes a bit with rinse and repeat, if you know what I mean. A bit like the radio. Radio does that a lot. Those people watching in the stream are watching, and the people that are watching later on, do you find that you know, you can only watch or listen to the radio, watch the radio? Well, you could watch a radio. Some people do watch their radios, especially when they're in a dodgy area. But you could listen when you've been listening to it all day long. It's like, yeah, this was on like 6 times this morning, and I don't want to hear it again. They just overplay songs, I think, especially the popular ones that everyone likes. It's like they're playing it every 5 minutes. It's like, oh, go away. And a lot of people don't. That's the reason people don't listen to radios now. They either stream on demand or they listen to their own stuff on their own phones or their own player music devices. I'm not saying any particular brand, because then one, I'll get done for Same brands, and someone's going to go, oh, when you listen to that, actually, this is better. I'm not going to get involved with that whole, is Apple better than Android debate. PC Master Race. Yes, I am part what's known as the PC Master Race, and a lot of the young'uns don't understand that, and a lot of the young'uns do understand that. That work I'm on about. A lot of them go, yeah, I understand that. I've got a PC myself. Because okay. Something's not making sense there in my head, but I'm going to keep quiet. I'm tired, so it's probably that. Alright, it is definitely not making sense, and my engineering brain's going, that's not right, that shouldn't be doing that. Get out of my way. It's a bit of an odd angle as well. All of them are at an odd angle in my head. Right, please do not now tell me that you need... Yeah, I don't think I've replaced the ignition coil. Now, what did I tell you? I haven't done that. I don't know what it's on about anyway. I haven't fitted that part yet. Or have I? I have fitted that part. What are you on about? This. Oh, hang on, I haven't fitted it yet, have I? Don't jump the gun, Kev. Don't think the game's trying to kill you. Although it is, in a sense. Trying to do your nutting. It's not out to get you, Kev. Yeah, I'm sure it ain't. Right, we need to go to the other shop, don't we? Go out this shop and go into electronics. I need ignition coils free. No, not four, free. Free do. Have I got some in my parts store? I'm not going to bother looking. I'm here. I can't. I could go there. And spark plugs for. And I'm going to go with my old adage of putting brand new spark plugs with brand new coils, because that's what you're supposed to do. You don't put tired. Well, you can. You can, as long as they're like only slightly tired, not knackered coils on a perfectly brand new spark plug. It probably wouldn't necessarily damage the spark plug. It may shorten its life to a point. But it would just be it'd be a pointless exercise. Yeah, we need to get another one in. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm sure I added that to the list, but where is it? That. I probably saw it as a body panel. That's probably why I've ignored it. The head cover. That. I'm sure I bought one of them. I'm sure I bought one of them. Coils cover, that's what it wants. It wants one of them. I'm glad I double checked. We need to get that filter in there as well. You need some more oil. I think I put the sump on. So I'll pour some oil in before I put the manifold on. It doesn't matter that the oil filter's missing. If the sump was missing, yes, I'd agree with you. It's pointless pouring oil into it. But the oil filter only really works once you start the engine up. Because then the pump draws it up and then throws it in through the filter. And then it throws it all around the engine at the same time. So now can we now put the oil in, please? Yes, we can. It's not synthetic stuff, I don't think. It looks like conventional oil to me. I'd say it looks like conventional oil to me, but I could be wrong. It says super oil, maybe it is synthetic. Nowhere near, Kev. I don't think it would be, but... Right, let's try it now. That looks like the Joker. Might as well put the... brake fluid back in as well. That'll do. And it said just top up, didn't say replace, did it? It says top up. If I had to drain this back out, I'll be not pleased. Coolant. Coolant. Cool bird. Cool, ain't it? That should do ya. That'll do, donkey, that'll do. Right, now I've got to go and put the starter and a gearbox all back together, and I, because I doubt I did this. And then I can go and get the battery off the charger, and then I can jump in and start this, and technically I can do all sorts of other tests as well. I wonder if I can take it on. Yeah, I don't see why I can't. Can't take it on the test track. It's illegal because it's missing parts, but just don't bite me in the bum and say that you're missing this part now, because I'll be really not happy. I'll be like, nope, I've enough. Get out of my shop. You're all good this end. I just need to bring you back down. Bring Sally down. Do 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 do. If you know that song, please sing it in your head. Put it in the comments down below. Now I need to go and get my the battery from the stand, don't I? Yeah. Retrieve the battery, please. Throw the battery in the here. Fully charged. Not brand new, just recharged battery. Won't charge the cut. Well, the game will, but I wouldn't. Game said, oh, it's a brand new battery you've just put back in there, so we're charged customer for it. No, it isn't. It's not a brand new battery. I'm glad the game does do that, because then it just makes it a lot easier to get a lot more money. But in real life, I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, nope, it's just a recharged battery. Don't worry, mate. Give me a couple of quid for electric. At least it's turning over now, which is a good thing. I think I know why it's not starting though. Did I put... Yeah, no, it's not been analysed, but it doesn't look bad. Did I put all the other bits that I needed back together? I feel alright. Yeah, I did. I should all be back in. There's nothing I've missed, is there? Absolutely nothing I missed. Oh, yeah, hang on. Fuel rail idea, that's not in. Of course it won't start. Again, that's another reason I'd have left it on the manifold, but never mind. Or attached it while it was manifold was off the desk. Never mind. Let's try it now. It should start. There should be no other reason why it shouldn't start. It's filthy in here. Okay, so you still don't want to start, eh? Should be no reason why you shouldn't start, but. Oh, hang on. Of course, that stood out. Of course, it'd be easy to spot if there was pipes, but there we go. Well, it's running. It don't sound too bad. Right, now, although I already know the results from this, I'm going to... Right. Do that test. Good. That test. Yep, all good. Right, now let's move it. I wonder to see test bench, and it's. Are you sure? Yes. I've been nice because he's going to need front lights. I'll bring it back and align his front lights for him. technically you have to do that, but in the game you don't have to. Those brakes look pretty poor. Back ones don't look too bad. They're pass, but I'd put them as an advisory. Suspension, again, looks a bit tired. Not bad, but not great. Same for the back. Back looks slightly worse, I think. Okay, nothing there. Let's move you. I'll move you to lifter 1. It still says part not discovered. I'm not happy about that. But let's take it out for a test drive anyway, if it'll let me. Ah, okay. That would help, wouldn't it, Kev? You need power steering fluid, don't you? Though it would technically run. I can't see the maximum or minimum level. I want to guess. I do. Let's check it. Yeah, it looks alright to me. Yeah, probably a little bit over. Let's take it out on the test track. I know it's missing half its body parts, but that doesn't matter. Maybe that'll highlight some more parts. Ooh, yeah, that's going to highlight a lot more parts. Right, let's use cheat cam to highlight anything else that I might be missing. That's all done. Come on. Okay. Right, yo. You now. No. Gonna tell me what's wrong with you. Yay! So just wheel hub bearing, and the rear axle wheel drive. So, okay, I tore the engine to bits. I'm sorry. But I was just bricking it that it's going to come up with, oh, you forgot to do the rod cap, and then have to put the whole thing back together like it happened in the other one, or the other story modes. I tore it all down, and then thought, no, that looks fine. Put it all back together, only to realise actually, no, the computer didn't think it was fine. It needed replacing. Because I think it's like 1% under its tolerance or something. let's remove these then. I'm not going to skim your discs for you because I've done enough. I didn't really need to move that. I could have just moved that from there. Idiot. Does this one need replacing as well, or... Yeah, that needs replacing anyway, so remove that. Yeah, that hub needs... See, I didn't need to move all the other bits. I don't know what was going through my mind when I thought it meant the inner hub, the actual hub, not the wheel bub bearing. I know I can't replace bearings. Excuse me, so I'm just going to add them to my list. I think I'll call it a day once we get to a certain point. Two of them. When I start yawning, I know it's time to call it a day. Come on, in you get. Oh, do I need to get? I do. Oh, come on, if I can fix these. Can I please? Let's repair these, not just have to buy new parts. I can repair the caliper. Seems legit. Okay, fine, I'll buy two of them. I don't think in real life a mechanic can repair them anyway. They just buy them. To be fair, if they're that far gone, it's just better to buy new parts. You can replace like boots, the CV boots. CV is constant velocity for those people that don't know. That's what that means. When I say boot, I mean this here. See that rubber boot there? Some people call them gaiters, which is also true. I don't know why they call them gaiters, but that is another term used. I think I need another bearing, don't I? I don't know if I put it in. Did I put it in already? I'm doubting myself now. I know it's... Yeah. I just want to make sure I definitely didn't put the old one back in and then... Oh, you didn't do this. Because you went to autopilot and started throwing bits back on when it wasn't actually repaired. There we go. So all the important mechanical stuff is done. Now we can focus on the bits that make it look pretty, the bodywork. I'm not going to weld his body. That could really do with it. I'm not going to do that. I wonder if he wants new windows. I suspect he probably does. He didn't have a bumper, so we need to add that to the list. I think he doesn't have any front lights either. Did he have a hood? No, he didn't have a hood either. Or one of them. Did have one of them. I don't know if the window... I suspect he probably wants the windows repaired. So I'll add them to the list. I think I've got that one already, but I want to make sure. I'm going to just take that front windscreen off. I'll share a trick for you people that don't know it as well. Yeah, you want a new windscreen. So I'll add that to the list. Nope, no, I want to add it to my list. Thank you. No. I'll show you another. I'll show you. I might not. Remove that. If you get something like that and you're not. That was also bad. I want that placing. I'll show you anyway. Assembly mode. If you stick the window back in, look, it looks magically clean again. Well, sort of. The fact it's damaged. I'm not sure if he wants those windows replaced. I'll leave them for now. Let's just buy the bits we know he wants. This is a bit that annoys me because I've seen other people, they find it. Just by tapping on the thingy, and it's like, oh, there you go. That doesn't seem to work for me. I think it's that in this end. So he needs that. Something's not right here. That looks different. Okay, doesn't look right, but I'm going to buy it anyway. Now this is where having a paint shop would be handy as well, but I don't have one of them. That's something which I could potentially afford once we've done all the repairs to this. We still need a hood or a bonnet, but he's now going to be having a mishmash front of a car, and that doesn't sit well in my stomach, because most customer expectations are going to be, oh my god, you've just given me a Frankenstein of a car. Why is it all a Frankenstein of a car? Why doesn't... Unless you then say to the customer, look, I can give you new parts, but they're not going to be the same colour as the car, because I don't have a spray shop. However, I've got a mate down the road that does, that can do a respray for you. You take it down to him, he'll do it at a certain rate. I need to go back into tablet and buy a bonnet for this. He needs a new license plate, I know that straight away, but... or number plate I should say, but that's looking all good. No red so far, good. Body parts, we are missing front license plate, yeah, I knew that would be, and left body window A, left right rear bumper, rear window, Right bod. Okay, so it's pretty much the whole shenanigans. So the whole windows need to come out. Did I manage to fix any of this? Or did it get smashed? That got smashed. How about that rear bumper? I fixed that. Yay! Rear tail lights, no. How about the number plate? I might... does it ask for a rear number plate? I'll stick them back on because it doesn't ask for a rear one. Just ask for a front, even though that's illegal. But let's go back into the shop and get a trunk for it, or a boot as we call them. So yeah, you got a Frankenstein car now. Sorry about that, but you wanted all the panels replacing, so I replaced them, or repaired or replaced. I repaired what I could, replaced what I couldn't, and now you've got a Frankenstein of a car. Sorry, but I don't have a spray shop, and you hadn't asked for a respray. So even if I had a respray shop, you hadn't asked for it. So I'm not going to respray it back to factory colour. If you have asked to respray it back to factory colour, then I've got to keep your car for a long time until I get a new spray shop. That front windscreen needs taking out. Because I put it back in thinking I was being clever, and I wasn't. So let's replace. Did I buy a new one? No, I did not. Go to the shop and buy one, Kev. Go to the shop and buy one. That's a rear. That's the front. There we go. We need to buy any license plate. It's just like a standard plate. Let's add that one to my parts list quickly and have a quick look at it. Yeah, it's just a license plate standard. One please, I'm not getting bothered customizing it. It's not my car, so no point. There we go. Have we missed anything? Green giant. Green giants. Green giants. Ho ho ho, green giant. All done. Let's move you to No. Why won't you let me move you? Move. This is the wash bay, please, because it needs a wash. After all that, it'll still look like a Frankenstein. It can be a mishmash of different colours, and it needs severe welding. Which I'm not going to do because he's not asked for that. Even though my mind's telling me to do it, but I'm not going to do that. It's not my car. He hasn't asked for it. He's not going to pay for it. So even if I do it, he's not going to... I want to use this. I will do this because it's free. It doesn't cost me anything. And it makes the car look a bit better. And the wash did make it look a bit better. Even though it's god awful rust has happened to it. The order, in my mind, is complete. Yes. How much money do we get from doing this order? Not bad, and we should get a crate from that as well, which we do. Except bonus, nice. XP, nice. That's it. No more extra crates. There's a note. Let's add that to the map. Let's scrap all the bits of rubbish that's left that we've got now in our inventory. What I'll do with you guys and girls, I will go to the scrapyard and see if we can find a car. And I won't touch it until the next live stream, which may be tomorrow if I get time. Definitely next week. Next Saturday or Sunday, next weekend. Missed. Gotcha. Missed. That matters. We're still getting something, just not as much as we'd like. Missed. Big bonus. Missed. 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 Big bonus. Missed. Never mind. That is. You really wouldn't do this in real life anyway. Not a scrap of spark. Well, you'd throw it away. You couldn't get any potential scrap out of it, apart from ceramic. Let's do that quickly. Let's go and let's go to the junkyard. I've also unlocked car auctions, which I could do, but I'm gonna go to the junkyard first. Because I've learned from watching other people play this, the auction's not a profitable affair now. Well, it's not as profitable as it used to be. And now you used to get rinsed, really rinsed on the old auctions, so in some cases, if you didn't know what you're doing. If I see a Golf, I'm just having it, don't care. It'll become my little project baby. I'll save the poor old Golf from the scrapyard, even though, no. You know, I think I've got door panels for one of these, and I'm not going to save that yet. Also see a DeLorean hiding in here somewhere. I'll definitely try and have that away. See, that looks like an old Ford Cortina. Or it could even be... nah, I'd say more Cortina than that. A lot of... Come on, let me over there. Thank you. Always take me back to a kid's scrapyards. My old man used to take me to scrapyards when I was I should really be looking in his piles. Might be stuff worth salvaging. Nope. Oh, I'll have that. The others look a bit too tired to really salvage, so I won't bother. If it's over like 20 odd %, I probably would risk it for a chocolate biscuit, but those look like very low, very tired bits. Only good for melting down and using again for something else. So quit looking these. Ooh. Glorian bits, but I'm again not going to risk it. There's a pretty new air filter, so I'm going to have that. I'm going to have that as well. I could always sell that, for tie it up and sell it. Another numerical lump, which I've already worked on in 2018. But I said when I was a kid, I used to always jump in them. My dad used to go nuts, especially as I always picked the ones that had the glass in it, or was sitting underneath a load of scrap cars, so they're sitting right in the bottom of the pile. My dad would just go nuts because he's just like, "Yeah, don't you realise how much danger you're in, son?" I'm like, "Well, that's nice. Looks a bit tired though. Looks very tired. Does it have? Ooh, the engine's not bad. How much do you want for it?" That'd be a good flip car, because I wouldn't get personally attached to it, because I don't love them, but I don't hate them either. How much do you want for it? Yeah, go on then. Can I put it in car parking? Yes, I can. I'm going to have to spend a lot of money on that, admittedly, but... Gold? Oh, DeLorean. I don't know if we actually needed that. I clicked on it, but I didn't really want to click on it. That might be repairable. Windows ain't, I know that for sure. Can't we take the bus home? Now, if I found a battery in here, I'd just get it, because you can stick that on a charger. In real life, if it was actually... I'd look at the cells, and the cells, if they look knackered, then I wouldn't bother. But if they look like the cells are still in good nick... See that old bus over there, can't we have that? Not bus mechanic simulator. Well, this old forklift mechanic simulator, with the forks are too short. Looks like another toy boater. I think that's it for the scrapyard. I don't see anything else kicking around. Let's have a quick wander through here. I might have missed something. Nah, it's all too tired to really risk taking a... I could take it home for scrap, I admit. You're probably all shouting at me at that, and I'm thinking that on the top of my head, but... Is it really worth paying just to scrap it when I can get customers to give me scrap when they bring their cars into service? That's what goes through my head. Unfortunately, no Golfs. I will return to garage. Yes, I can live with that. My parts. Let us quickly go and have a look at the auction. I don't want to, but I'll have a quick look at the auction and then I'll call it a night. Car auctions. Car auctions. See, that costs you money. Now, there's salvage cars or... Most of them are going to be lots... Oh, actually... They're not bad. Well, they start at that price. Is there a Golf in here? bit too much money, and it's going to be in fairly good nick. What happens next? Okay, going to have a look at it. Yeah, they're going to make way too much money for that. That's in pretty immaculate condition, but it even starts. Yeah, runs. Someone's got. Oh. Yeah. That's giving me points, but it's all going to be fairly good condition. I don't need to look any further than that. How do we get out of here? Turn the garage. I don't want to really return to the garage. I wanted to return back to the... Oh well, I'll leave it at that anyway. I'll leave the stream at that as to see no one's in anyway. I hope you guys and girls in the archives watched that. Thanks for everyone that did pop in on the stream. Maybe just to whatever I've watched, whatever. Racing lights. Anyway, I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this. If you did, please feel free to like. If you didn't enjoy it for any reason at all, please feel free to dislike. I hope you guys and girls have a good weekend. If you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, guys and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot. I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel, join me on future streams, and I will watch future episodes and or anything else I'm working on. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you're aware as soon as I upload or start a new stream. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now.